Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Manchester City have just beat West Ham 2-1 and everything's good. Everything's real good, and of course this is the Fan View Live where I chat to some of you Blues about Manchester City and usually about how great Manchester City are, and it's dead good and I love it. And right now I put a fleece on because it got a little bit colder, by the way, so it's just the temperature's dropping. So I'm rocking a North Face fleece as we go through this. Don't forget, this is a bit where you guys can have a chat to me if you want to, and it's open to Patreons and members. So I can already see Alex, for example, in the chat there. Alex is a member. If he wants to have a chat with me, you're more than welcome, Alex. And don't worry, I don't buy it. We're all good. We're all going to have a good laugh about football. All you've got to do, if you're a Patreon, is go over to patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. Look at the latest blog post, and you'll find the link in there. And if you're a YouTube member of any tier or anything like that, same with Patreon, all you got to do, is basically go to the community tab on youtube.com/Esteemed Kompany, my YouTube channel, of course, and you'll find a link in there. We can have a good old chat about football. I'll go on as long as you guys want to join in, basically. We can chat all day. It's always good fun, and, you know, it doesn't matter if you're nervous on camera. We know no one cares, man. We're here just to talk about Man City and have a good time. Naz, you are definitely welcome, of course, as well. But either way, that was a good performance. I think Saeed's waiting as well in the background. Saeed, if you can hear me, mate, let me know when you're ready, and we can have a chat as well. I can see your mic's off and the camera's not there, but Saeed, I'm definitely up for a chat, mate, if you are too. I think he's there waiting. I'll bring you in now, Saeed, to make sure you're all lined up, but people won't be able to hear you yet. Hang on. So I'll be able to hear you and no one else will. 1 second, mate. So let me do my editing and get everything lined up. Saeed's waiting in the background. I think it's all good. I'm going to jump over to Saeed right now. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you nice and clear, mate. Nice and clear. City, you're good at football, man. We're very good at football. Still very good at football. Breaking news and all that kind of stuff. What did you make of today, and how are you feeling, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I thought it was a very good performance. You know, we kept hold of the ball, and even in the wild conditions, we still, I think we still we still held the game, and we controlled the tempo. And I mean, West Ham got a few chances here and then, but not the last goal, the goal that they scored, we couldn't really do much about it. It was just a good shot by Lanzini.
Quality goal, wasn't
But
it?
overall, it was a good performance, and yeah, West Ham are a good team, and it was a really good result.
I didn't realize we'd won every single game in November this month. I think I'm pretty certain that's right.
Yeah, it was a perfect month.
That's I mean, given the games we played as well. I mean, I'll run through the fixtures now. Actually, let me get the results up, and I'll go through them one by one just to really emphasise how good this month has been for Manchester City. Of course, 2-1 victories in a week there against obviously West Ham and PSG. Of course, we beat Everton as well, Man United. But that was it in the league. But we obviously beat Bruges as well. But that's a really good bunch of, you know, Bruges in the Champions League, United, Everton. You know, United a bit shit these days, but West Ham as well and PSG. That's impressive, isn't it, mate? I think we should be really, really happy with that because he could have easily dropped some points somewhere there.
Yeah,
Which was the
it was. We had I mean, the United game in the special. I mean, United are kind of trash right now, but still, we still held the game at their home in front of their fans, and yeah, that was a good performance. And then obviously we know how PSG went. We dominated them, and we should have scored more, but that's typical City right now. So I mean, yeah, it was a perfect month, and yeah, things going.
How did you rate the performance today overall? Because I mean, obviously it was a different kind of performance to the PSG game because it was a different kind of game. But what did you make of it?
It was a good performance. Our defense and everything was wrong. Laporte had a couple shock. Antonio was getting the best of him, but I mean, Laporte overall he improved after that Crystal Palace game, and our midfield Bernardo yet again, he's just always consistent. Rodri's just a machine, and then Sterling. I'm kind of happy for Sterling because I think he's starting to come back to form, and he's starting to gain that confidence. So, yeah, overall, it was a good performance. Jesus, Mahrez had that one goal that got rolled off. But, yeah,
So
overall,
close.
it was a good performance.
Who stood out for you individually? Like, who was City's star man today?
I would say that's kind of a hard question. I feel like Cancelo had a good game. I mean, that's kind of normal now, saying Cancelo has a good game, but, he was breaking down the defense, and, you could see, in the last 10 minutes, him and Gabby were doing skill moves around all the defenders, and like it was
It
unreal. And
was
then
useful as well, wasn't it? We needed that. We needed
yeah,
that composure because obviously West Ham looking for any spark of opportunity, but still we held the ball really well and kept it towards the end.
yeah,
And it was a very mature performance, wasn't it? When you think about it, because yeah, I would not be surprised whatsoever if West Ham got a point today. Not because I thought they would have deserved it, just because it's that kind of game. It's that kind of game, and
yeah. The weather conditions
yeah,
and
and like I kind of missed the snow in the second half actually, in a weird way. Like I feel like City kind of slightly missed it as well because I feel like we had the composure to deal with it, whereas West Ham didn't in the same way. And
mhm.
I think second half was so dull, but I mean that's all it needed to be really.
Yeah,
I mean United are currently playing right now, of course. I mean
yeah.
they're
I
not
have
going to do
that
us a
game
favour,
up.
really, are they? I don't think they are. I can't imagine.
Who?
I can't see them doing a favour, can they? You know, United.
United. Yeah, they're not. They're not. Ronaldo's on the bench, so
20 minutes in, still 0-0. That's
uh,
obviously, we'll be doing this video for a while that game develops. That's interesting. I mean, Chelsea so far had 5 shots to their 1, so they're going to batter him. I think they'll easily win that game. But all we can do, I guess, is look at our own fixtures. And so, how are you feeling overall about this, our general trajectory? In terms of like the title challenge and all that kind of stuff. I mean, how do you assess our rivals compared to where we're at currently as well?
Chelsea and Liverpool. I feel like I speak for most. Are obviously the two like main rivals right now,
Yeah.
and I mean I think personally we're a better team than them, and like we've also played like every big game away already. So like now we basically have everyone coming to home. So like I feel like we still are like the favorites to win the league because Chelsea, Liverpool, they still have to like they have more tough games, and like I think our next five like is I think it's like I know it's Villa's next,
Watford as
and it's
well.
like Newcastle, Watford, Leeds. I forgot the other one, but like we it's not easy,
Leicester, I
but
think we
it's
got. I think.
definitely
Is it
manageable.
Leicester?
We
Might
can
have.
definitely build a win streak.
Yeah, you're right. We can, and that's obviously going to be important because I got a feeling our rivals are going to do a very similar thing, aren't they? We have to be. We can't really
Yeah.
slip up until they do. And obviously it's difficult to say, and it's early on, and we know from Manchester City's history that we can overturn deficits and so on. We've done it a few times, but
Yeah, like
so,
last year we had that win streak that
exactly.
lasted like 2 months when Gundogan turned into prime
But
Messi.
this time we're chasing down 2 teams, and that's going to be very difficult,
Yeah.
isn't it? So I can't see both of them making massive slip ups. One of them will do, and
Uh,
we're all going to drop points again. Every single team in the
yeah.
title race will do, of course. But it's he who slips first from now on. I reckon. Look, the way I feel, mate, is that if we're top of the table come January the 1st. I feel really confident.
Yeah, that's how I feel as well. As long as when we get like City or those type of teams, where like when we get to the top, we build off of it. We don't like slow down. That's like
Yeah,
we build that lead. We get even more better. So yeah, as long as we get like since I mean to be honest, right now even if Chelsea were to win today, it's still impressive because like we were like 8 points behind at one time.
yeah.
Like Liverpool and Chelsea were ahead, and like everyone was writing us off and saying that City's not gonna come back, and now they're right up there. And I mean that there was a similar scenario last year where we were like what 14th place,
Yeah.
and we somehow like build that win streak. So yeah, I our team I definitely have the confidence that we can win the league and even Champions League. So as long as like we just build our confidence and keep the tempo, yeah, I think we're good.
Indeed, mate. Indeed, Saeed. It's been a pleasure chatting to you as always, man. I'm going to get Michael
You
in
too,
because he's
man.
been waiting patiently. But you're a top bloke,
Yeah,
Saeed. I'll catch you very
you
very
too.
soon and enjoy the rest of your Sunday, mate. See you
See
later.
you, man.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Saeed's a top bloke, of course. If you want to have a chat, Patreons and YouTube members, you can find the link over on Patreon or in the community tab, and just chat about football. I mean, you chat about what you want, but let's try and talk about Manchester City if you really want to. I'm going to bring over a debutant. I think I'm pretty certain Michael. You became a member today, so I'm going to bring him into the chat right now. I'm gone. Michael, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. How you doing? You okay?
Wow, yeah, I'm doing great. How you doing? Sorry, okay. I didn't have time to clean, but
God damn it, Michael.
ignore the background.
This is a
Ignore the
professional show.
background.
What's going on here? Like the state. Look at
I'll
that.
block it. I'll block it.
No, no. It looks fine. I mean, it just looks like you've had a lazy day in bed and go for it. Yeah, you got a nice, neat flat. Don't worry about it, man, or house or whatever. So it's all good. Thank you for becoming a member, by the way. I really, really, genuinely appreciate it. It's really every single time anyone does that, I get a little buzz because I'm like, it's really nice and it's crazy that people want to. And you're here making your debut. How are you doing, man? Whereabouts are you calling from?
Canada.
Canada.
Toronto,
Whereabouts in
Canada.
Canada?
Toronto. You ever been to Toronto?
Whereabouts is Toronto on the map? I'm going to get the map up. I'm going to have a look.
Ontario.
Whereabouts is Ontario on the map? I'm gonna get the map up.
I don't know how to describe like where it is.
It's on more on the east side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So near
Yeah.
all the big water bits in the middle. That's how I remember
Yeah.
it. Now I've only been to British Columbia that way, and I love BC. So we went to Vancouver. But Nicola lived a year in Canada as well, in BC as well when she was younger. But I've never been, but one day, man, hopefully, because Canada, full of great people like yourself as well, of course. Michael, what did you make of the game today?
I thought it was a great game, honestly, and I think everybody kind of had the same reaction that West Ham was always going to be a really tough game, but the performance was very good. It might not have been as good as, let's say, against PSG or even the game before that.
Yeah.
But everybody still played really well, and I think we controlled the game for the most part really well. Just a few worrying moments on defense. But
It
other than
happens, though,
that-
doesn't it? It happens. I mean, yeah, I think we all sometimes wish that football was easy and simple and that you can't have mistakes and the other teams don't have chances, but that doesn't happen. You know, we're against high quality footballers at every single level these days. Players, I mean, you can play against a team in the third tier and they're gonna have a shot, you know, because they're just professionals and 90 minutes is a long time. But I guess all you can do is limit the amount of opportunities they get, and we did that really well. And this is a confident West Ham side, isn't it? You know, they're fourth. I think are they still fourth after that? I don't know, but either way, they're a good side. I mean, like they're right now 5 wins in 5 wins in November, a perfect little thing to build on. And surely that is, when you look at those fixtures, and I'll read them through to you now, mate. So we've got Villa, Watford. I'll ignore the Leipzig game because it doesn't mean anything. Villa, Watford, Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle, and Leicester and Brentford in December. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games there. I mean, what are you expecting from them personally? Obviously, I don't get you to predict it, but are you feeling confident about that run of games?
Absolutely. I think even in the past, just in December in general, at least under Pep, we play really well, and we kind of I think this was, well, it was a bit earlier, but this kind of period of time was when we went on that streak.
Why do you think that is?
And I think,
why do you think that is?
okay, I remember, I think I was watching the City Extra guys not too long ago,
Yeah.
and they mentioned that it might be because of how many games they are, and there's not too much of a break in between.
Yeah.
So if we're playing like Saturday midweek, and then the next weekend after, so like every 3 days, it's just sort of the rhythm. So we have that first really strong game, and then obviously there's that small break, but it's not like you have to wait a whole 5 to 6 days in between them. So
Yeah, makes sense. I also think there's an element of as well is the fact that we're just getting going by then. You know, entirely is like you have the early season. We forget like we're still relatively. It's not early in the season anymore, but we've just gone past that bit where the opening part of the season's gone, and when it's a bit now where we're fully in our groove, aren't we? Basically, you know, like we've played every player in the squad's played a lot of football. We found what works for us, and I think we come alive because we're a team that definitely we benefit from being finely tuned and focused and rhythm, don't we? So I think like it just seems to be a good time for us, and imagine a winning streak now. If we put it this way, if we got 6 out of 7 wins, maybe a draw, I think we'll be top of the table come January. Personally, it's possible as well, isn't it? It's very possible.
even 5 out of 7 would
Possibly
still
do it.
be, yeah.
I would want 6, I reckon. I'd be greedy there, but I look at those fixtures.
I'd want 7.
I want 7. Fuck a lot of them, but like I never demand 7 wins out of 7 because it's hard. But I mean, I look at those fixtures and given the context and you know, yeah, we should be aiming for 6 out of 7 at very least. And who knows, man? I wouldn't be surprised if we did get 7 out of 7. Who stood out for you today, mate? Who was the shining light that this game was built on? Was it more of a team effort?
I'm gonna give a little bit of a hot take here.
Oh,
I
go
think
on
I
then.
said it in the chat before as well, but I thought Ederson had a great game. And honestly, I think a lot of people forget about him because most games we are dominating the ball,
Yeah.
and we do limit them to very few shots. But I thought that he was really well prepared for the shots they did have, and even just when the ball was in the area, sort of just commanding to pick it up. And it was snowing today as well, so
Yeah.
like you never know, you could have a bad bounce, but like a lot of the shots he had really good saves. He caught that one low shot I think early in the first half, which was probably really hard with the snow.
Yeah.
And so I kind of want to give a shout out to Ederson here because I
Well,
think sometimes he goes
he's
under
had
the
a bit of
radar.
criticism recently, so a little bit of Ederson prop is never a bad thing entirely because, it's good to remind every now and then he's a very capable goalkeeper and absolutely crucial, I guess, to how we play in these kind of games. Michael, it's been a pleasure, mate. You've got quite a few people waiting, if that's all right, so I'm going to crack on to someone else,
Yeah.
but it's been fantastic talking to you, and hopefully I'll see you after the Aston Villa game as well. It'd be good to see you there, man, as well. Catch you in a bit,
For
Michael. See you later, man.
Thank you so much.
No,
Take
always.
care.
Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you
Have
very
a
much,
great
mate.
day.
You too. Bye-bye. Michael is a lovely bloke. We're going to get over, though, to Louie, who's been waiting patiently as well in the background. 1 second. Don't forget as well, patreon.com/Esteemed Company. If you want to become a member and have a chat with me, you're more than welcome as well via YouTube as well. YouTube community tab as well, if you're over there as well. Hang on. Let me get Louie into the chat. Hang on, see a bit of editing on the fly. Hang on 1 second. How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, good.
It's coat on indoors as well. You cold.
Yeah, I got this jacket. Body warmer today.
Looks
Thanks to
warm,
Black
man.
Friday.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm cold as
yeah.
well, so I haven't got any. I realised I said to Nicola before I haven't got any like long sleeved Man City attire, so I'm gonna have to buy some jumpers or something like that for when I'm doing videos, and I want to be rep the Blues but not be freezing cold at the same time. So I might get one of those.
I got all the jumpers basically from this season, apart from the one that Grealish wore at his stage bit.
Yeah.
I think that sold out instantly. So I got everything else. Like they've actually ripped their gear, well, apart from the third kit. They've been on it this year.
Yeah, no, I'm
they
going
keep
to
it
get
like-
one of the jumper, the ones with the little. I don't really like the droopy thing, but I'm going to get it anyway, I reckon, because it's not too bad. The Manchester top. I'll probably get that, I reckon.
Yeah, good idea.
So, how are you, man? Are you good? You well? Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was really, really good. I was honestly surprised coming into the game because I thought West Ham, I was thinking they're going to do the same as they did against Liverpool. They're going to be on the front foot. They're going to cause us havoc.
Yeah.
And City's I've been impressed with the defense before, but today I was really impressed. Laporte had some iffy moments.
Yeah.
And I know, now he's got 5 yellow cards, so he's going to miss Villa.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think Guardiola mentioned. Someone said before. I'm not sure if that's true though.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Did he mention
I
that
think someone
Stones
said
has got a bit like?
Yeah. I saw that.
Bit unwell or something like that.
Fever. Yeah, he's got fever or something. Yeah, I saw that.
It's that time of year, isn't it, as well, where everyone's a little bit run down and so on. I feel a little bit sniffly today as well. So, I mean, as a footballer, it's fine for me because I'm sat on my arse talking about football. But running around, it can be the lem tips aren't really going to do it for footballers. So, either way, I've got to give Laporte credit, by the way, because I thought he was much better in the second half. So, all you can do is react well to your mistakes, and he did that in the second half. And the second half was built on. We were solid, weren't we? We are we're very good defensively, aren't we, these days?
Yeah, it's remarkable. I don't know what our trajectory is for the season in terms of conceding, but we've only conceded 7, and I know we're going to concede at least 10. So the record from Chelsea's season in 04-05, unless Chelsea keep loads of clean sheets, which it looks like they're going to do again in this game because United they're not really threatening.
Yeah, I don't.
They're doing the same. Yeah, they're probing, but it's just they're basically doing the same as they did against us, just probe, but they're not really getting anything in behind.
So how long's gone in that game now? Let's have a look at United game. It's 36 minutes
30,
gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it's all Chelsea. Have you had any good chances yet?
That really good chance that hit the where De Gea hit the tipped it over to the bar, but apart from that, it's been punts and counter punts more or less.
I tell you what, a 0-0 today. I mean, obviously, I don't think United are going to win, but a 0-0 would be massive. I would take that,
Yeah, especially with Chelsea. Yeah, especially with Chelsea. They're not going to get... It's like Liverpool in 18-19, where if, there's going to be, not many losses, and the only 2 I thought that they'd lose was Liverpool and us, and we beat them, but they drew against Liverpool somehow.
Yeah,
so
really
it's
held
those
out there.
games. It's the big games. It's the big games where they're going to lose. Everything else, it's just going to be hope they get a draw.
Yeah, I mean, the will obviously drop some points or something because they did the other week as well. So you just never know what it is. And all you can do is make sure that you're ready and primed and just win your own games. And I mean, the simple matter of fact is now if you win all our games, we win the league. I know obviously that will happen, but it is still in our hands. So it's not panic stations. I mean, we can just match Chelsea until we play them again, then who knows?
Yeah.
You know, like, and then I mean, we don't. It's not even that far away. It's only like a month and a half away till we play Chelsea. It's mid-January, so. And they've got like Chelsea's fixtures. Let's have a look at Chelsea's fixtures before then. They've got some decent. They've got some tough games. Chelsea have got West Ham. Next week away. That is the kind of game where West Ham will be up for that,
and we got Watford. We got Watford that same day, like later on in the day.
Yeah,
so
they've got Watford midweek, and they've got Leeds, Everton, Wolves. I mean, they're going to win a lot of these games. Villa, Brighton, Liverpool on the 2nd of January. That's massive. So that is.
We got Arsenal. We got Arsenal on New Year's Day. Go on, kill me, please. I'm going to be so hungover watching that.
Oh God,
I might just have to be like, New Year's Day, just be like, just watch it and just like have a coffee with tequila in it or something.
Almost certainly, man. I don't even know what I'll be. I don't think I'll be doing anything. I think me and Nick will probably just get smashed on our own at the house because God knows we'll have no money to do anything anyway. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Yeah, Nicholas as well. What did you make of who stood out for you today individually?
The defense, like Ruben Dias again. It was totally like what Ruben Dias did against Romelu Lukaku when he faced him at Stamford Bridge. It was exactly the same. Like literally any chance, and like Ruben Dias got a chance. Well, Father Ruben actually, City chance. Yeah, it was just like literally whenever he had a chance to get one in on him, he just did. And there was that one in the second half. I think it was like on the 75th minute or something.
Yeah.
He just literally cleaned him off. Jesus.
What happened?
Diaz or James just really had a chance. James just had a chance, like missed it near post. It was like he was just literally just on it again. I was honestly surprised he didn't get man of the match. I mean, Gundogan was brilliant as well, but yeah, it was just like Father Ruben again. He's
a quality player, man. He's a quality player. He's really good.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I can't even think where we'd be without him.
You don't have to worry about it because we got him, mate. We got him.
I gotta say thanks to Jorge Mendes for making a brilliant deal with Otamendi. Because how we got 15 mil for him.
For what it's worth, apparently he's got a bit better Otamendi. So because I chatted to that Rabona TV guy and he said he's got better. So actually they're relatively happy with him. You know, obviously they want Diaz instead, but I think like everyone's all right by that. They got a lot of money. Otamendi's found a bit of form there. And we got the better player, so it's one of the things where like, I think everyone's come out of it all right. Yeah. So, Louie, mate, I'm gonna jump on to someone else if that's all right. It flies these things. Yeah. You don't realise you've been chatting 10 minutes with someone just like that. It goes that quickly. It really does. But I'm gonna get on to Naz if that's all right, mate. But it's been a pleasure. Let me know. Hope the game goes well. Enjoy it. Catch you in a bit, man. Cheers, bye. See you later. Louis, top bloke. I'm going to jump over to Naz now, who's I think is he ready in the chat. Let me know if you are, man. Hopefully you can hear. I'm going to bring you onto the stream now. I'll jump over. Naz, are you there, man? I don't think he's realised.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How you doing? You right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I don't think we chatted before, have we? I feel like we haven't. No, we obviously loads of comments and stuff, but never actually on video and stuff. Are you all right? You well? Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Your voice was cutting a bit. Could you repeat?
Yeah, can you hear me nice and clear now? Is that any better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Nah, wonderful, mate. It's good to finally chat to you. I don't think we chatted on video before, have we? Unless I got that wrong. Can you hear me, mate?
Sorry, wait. Can you get someone else on right now? I think I'm having some issues.
Yeah, you having some issues? Oh yeah, okay, no worries, mate. You join back in, and I'll go to John if that's all right. And we'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, see you in a minute, man. John, are you there? John.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing, John? How you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, fine. I couldn't help smiling today because you had a little smattering of snow.
Oh no, you're over in Czech Republic, aren't you? Is that right?
Yeah, 12 centimeters in 24 hours. So
you've had 12
yesterday
centimeters.
I went out and bought. Sorry.
You say you've had 12 centimeters, yeah?
Yeah, 12 centimeters. I went out yesterday and bought a snow mover because it's the first winter in the new house, and I've got a long drive. So I went out and bought a snow shifter yesterday. I was playing with that. It's quite complicated. You've got 6 gears.
Oh, you got gears in your snow. You got a snowplow. The big old
snowplow.
I'd love to have a snowplow. I don't think I would need one.
It's quite a machine. Anyway, to the game, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good battling, professional win. Nothing spectacular, but nothing terrible either. I thought it was really, really good. I really like our midfield at the moment. So balanced and competitive that it's, and then Roderick behind it is just wow. I think really gives solid centre now.
It is, isn't it? Like, you're breaking up a little bit, John, but I can roughly get what you're saying and stuff like that. But it's a little bit crackly. But you're right. The midfield at the moment is the focus of the midfield and the organisation. I guess all three of those players are obviously so elegant and so technically brilliant on the ball, but they're all battling so hard. And when you've got that, Gundogan at the moment is reveling as well. I think he's really reveling a little bit of freedom to create and stuff.
For me, it was. In that kind of performance today, he was man of the match for me. He was really smooth, connecting, and he got the goal as well, which has been another side to his game he developed last year, which is really, really good.
I mean, those little runs as well into the area. Yeah, no, it's a little bit crackly, but you can hear what you're saying, man. So don't worry about it. But in general, like with Gundogan, those little runs into the area. I mean, if Manchester City haven't got a striker, it essentially becomes about numbers in the box, and that's just the key to football anyway. With scoring goals, isn't it? Have as many as they've got in the box, and the ball's going to fall to one of you anyway, and then take your chances. And that was a textbook example of that, of the little basic things that we're doing very well as a side at the moment. I mean, that's what this moment's been really about for me. Just focus, getting the goals from good football, and once again, the football sort of came from a diagonal, then a kind of cut back again, and we've mastered that, haven't we?
Yeah, that's been actually an improvement this season.
Yeah,
I think we've got better and better at that, and that's necessary because we're definitely relying on being wide and getting it in. So they must have been training on that pretty extensively, I think.
What did you make of Rodri today?
When I was listening to watch along and watching on Czech television, you were talking Ronaldo, completely off topic, but a thought occurred to me. When he finishes his career, I mean, he's unlikely to win anything else. So he's those medals and his goals and all those things, he's going to be disappointed. You know why?
Go on. I've lost you.
Because he hasn't got a gold medal diving.
Hey! It was an easy one, but you'll take it. You're cracking up quite a lot, but we definitely got the punchline, so that's all that matters. I think the snow is interrupting with everyone's signal today. So things were...
Okay, I'll give you peace. And
no, John, it's a shame because I'm struggling getting every second word, which is a shame. But it's been a pleasure to chat to you, man, either way. And I'm glad you got your snowplow as well. I hope you got a Man City badge on it. You should do that. It can be named after a City player or something like that. I don't know. John,
it says made in the USA. But there we go. Bye.
No, I can't barely hear you. Catch you in a bit, mate. See you later. Everyone's signal's been a little bit ropey today by the looks of it, but that's just how it is sometimes. I'm going to get to Naz. I'm going to give you another go if that's all right, man. We'll see if that works. If you're ready, let's do this. Second time lucky?
Yeah, I think it's working now.
I can hear you. Can you hear me nice and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Wonderful stuff. How you doing, my friend? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
And what did you make of today's performance? And how did that rank in how did that compare to the PSG game for you? Yeah,
I think our performance wasn't as good as the PSG game because in that game we were brilliant, but we just got the job done basically. And in the first half, we didn't start off very well, but near the end, when the snow was when there was lots of snow, we could. I don't know why, but we played much better than them in that part of the game. And then second half, it was kind of boring, but we saw it out till the end. And
there's a kind of skill to that sometimes to bore the opposition because the one thing they're looking for is energy and momentum, isn't it? And City, essentially, they just put a bit of a stamp on the game. And obviously, it would have been nice to score that goal early on, but he felt nervous, looking back as a fan. But when we look back at the actual game, we were never really not in control, were we? Really, it's in the moment it was nerve wracking, but overall, I mean, West Ham, we kind of kept them at arm's length for all times, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it's just as a fan, you always feel you're going to concede at any time point. But if you look back at the match now, knowing the result, I don't think West Ham had any clear chance, especially near the end. I remember in the first half they had a couple of chances, but in the second half, they didn't really have any chance, I think.
No, there was nothing, to be honest. I mean, Lanzini's goal is fucking just a great goal. And what more can we even say about that? I
You
mean,
can't do anything about that.
nah, it must be so shit scoring a goal like that and it meaning nothing. You know, it's one of those like, right. But at least he'll go home and go, I did all right when I came on. He came on, didn't he, from on the bench, I think. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
So,
I think he came on for Ben Rama.
yeah, Ben Rama looks good, by the way. He just is a right-footed Mahrez, isn't he, basically? But
Yeah.
speaking of Mahrez, man, and obviously Jesus and Sterling and so on, those three obviously currently in possession of the shirts. But I think it's fair to say De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish come back. There's going to be some debates there. Out of those three, I mean, is there anyone that, or it could be any two, any three, or whatever, that you want to see remain in the side when those three come back into it?
So I think Jesus, I think he should stay because he's been playing well the whole season, and I think he's been one of our top best players this season.
Yeah.
And Mahrez as well. He started off the season a bit slowly, but that he had an amazing game against PSG and is pretty good today too.
Got the assist.
So I think Mahrez, I think he can be rotated, like, because there's some games where we need Jesus on the right, sometimes Mahrez for the, like, depending on the opposition. And Sterling, I think, like, he's been pretty good last 4 games, but I don't think he's done enough to start yet.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I think that's all fair. I think Jesus, I mean, like, yeah, I'm gutted he didn't score today because I think he kind of deserved it. And I thought his performance was really short to the end. But, I mean, the way I feel, which is a good place to be, is that, and it's really good when you get to that situation, of all the 6 names we just mentioned, the injured players, Foden, Grealish, De Bruyne, and those 3 who started today, I'm not really worried if any of them start. And that's a really nice position to be in, isn't it? Especially given the games that we've got coming up. I mean, that's strength and depth that we've got and all the players being focused. Sometimes an injury to Foden and Grealish can be a slight blessing if you get the points because they're sharp now, aren't they? Mahrez, Jesus, Sterling, they've had a few games back to back, so they're ready, aren't they? You know, and like, I feel our squad, it feels like to me anyway, mate, is in a really good position. You know, like in terms of everyone's had a good amount of games, and we're going to need that squad, aren't we? You know, when you look at the games that we've got coming up and the amount of games so quickly. But overall, it was a good day. I mean, Rod, what do you make of Declan Rice, by the way? Because I was just reading a quote. Guardiola said Declan Rice is an exceptional player. I know he's always very positive, but what did you feel about Declan Rice as well for West Ham?
Yeah, I agree. I really like Declan Rice. I think he's been I think after Rodri, he's been the best CDM in the league this season.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really like him as a player, and I'd love to have him at City, but as you said, 100 million is too much for a backup player, basically, because Rodri's going to start for us now.
You could he could play alongside
like,
Rodri?
I really... Yeah, he could play, but I think that might be a bit too defensive for us.
Yeah. Because he can get forward quite well, but he's not quite maybe as good as getting forward as Bernardo or Gundogan or so on or something like that.
Yeah, So I think he's a cracking player, but if he didn't have Rodri, I'd take him any day. But
yeah, definitely. I mean,
100 million would be too much for him now.
For what it's worth, I saw someone just tweet, I think Uma tweeted on Twitter saying, like, if we got Haaland and Declan Rice, that's a hell of a squad. And I must agree. I mean, at that point, you're like, well, job done, really, isn't it? Just sit back and watch, see the trophies roll in, I reckon. Speaking of trophies, how are you feeling about the title?
So, at the start of the season, I was a bit iffy. I wasn't fully sure, but
yeah,
like now I think we started off very well, and just being 3 points behind Chelsea after so many tough fixtures we've had, I think. And now I have a feeling like we could go on a run, like not as good as last year because that was too extraordinary, but we can go on like a 5-6 game winning run at least, I think. And yeah, I think I am pretty confident that we can win the league and even Champions League. I think we can do it.
And let's hope as well. Let's hope, mate, that United hold out. It's 0-0 at half time there. Somehow 0-0. It looks like Chelsea should have been scored by now. But either way, it stays that way. And then we're all very happy, aren't we? So, Naz, it's been a pleasure chatting to you, man. I'm going to get to on my lemo if that's all right. But it's been absolutely wonderful. Catch you in a bit, mate. See you later.
Thanks.
Bye. Top bloke. Appreciate all the support from Naz. Genuinely top bloke. I'm going to get to the legend that is on my lemo, though. Looking pretty sharp, for what I can tell, in the little preview down at the bottom. Hello, man. How you doing? You're muted, by the way. You might have to turn your mic on.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
It's fine.
How are you?
I'm loving the jacket. A bit of swag as well. There's so much
Thank
swag
you.
on this stream today. I like that. It looks really nice. It's really nice.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like I'm in the tunnel and I'm about to walk out.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like Father Ruben.
I'll give you the
like for the-
Champions League song. The champions. It's-
Like you do.
well, if you play as well as Father Ruben did, then you get on the team. Your quick summation of that game. Sum it up for me in 30 seconds. Go on. How did he go today?
Cool, calm, collected. Basically, I just love the isolation of the attackers. We're in control of the game, and yeah, man, it was a good game. It was a good game where like it was calm. We were hardly under pressure, and we dealt with it very good.
It was calmer than we realised, wasn't it? It felt a bit nervy because obviously we're fans and we're emotionally invested. But to the neutral, I mean, it's probably really boring, which is the same thing as calming, really, isn't it? I guess. I mean, we've developed a really like killer kind of like way of just essentially suffocating oppositions, you know, and not letting them get in a sniff. And it's a real unit, isn't it? Like it's a real unit. I mean, it feels like that back line and the midfield is kind of settled now, isn't it, really? Obviously, you know, you could debate a couple of players here and there, but what more can we possibly ask for, I guess is what I'm saying, defensively, because we are so solid these days and we are so organised and everyone knows what they're doing. And here's a question for you. Do we even need a left back anymore?
I don't think so. Like, I mean, that left back would have to be better than Cancelo. And what's that? I mean, like, because Walker's doing his bit, he's very important to our back line. Cancelo's important to our creativity, holding the ball. I mean, I don't know, like, Cancelo has made the number 27 look so attractive.
That's a nothing number, isn't it, as well?
You'd want, exactly, you'd want to actually print 27, especially with his name. Everything is just perfect right now. I mean, like, yeah, man. Our backline is very settled. You know, Rodri is has found his feet.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I just enjoy seeing my backline frustrate the attackers, whether it's the striker, especially the striker. When you think back to Romelu Lukaku, who didn't get a sniff of the ball,
yeah. Antonio
got frustrated in the second half because the ball wasn't coming to him. And yeah, it is just amazing. It's just I have no complaints. I mean, the only problem I could have is that you see the last goal, like the Lanzini goal.
Yeah.
The Lanzini goal just made us feel like it just dampened the whole mood. It felt like we drew or we lost or something like that because they had the last say. But apart from that, like, we're great. We're just great.
We're a very good side, aren't we, man? I know you're a positive fan as well in general, but like, we really are a very positive side. And I always make a point of trying mentioning, like, you know, things can't be perfect. It's just not possible. But all you can do is look for perfection or close to as possible. And City right now, you know, 5 wins in November, a perfect November. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a perfect December because this City side are capable of that. And I guess at this point, I mean, I'm already at a position where I feel like we will give it our very best for the title. I don't know if we'll win it or not. I genuinely don't know if we'll win it. But I mean, presuming we don't have a shocking run of form, and we will be up there, won't we? We will be. I mean, and we're going to compete for it. And I feel like if we don't win it, it won't be because we didn't deserve it. It'll be because someone else did. Does that make sense? You know, someone else would have been brilliant and just not drop points.
I mean, like, these teams are playing very well right now. I'm looking at Liverpool, and Liverpool are suffocating teams, especially when they play at home. Make sure the first 20 minutes, they get in the first 2 goals, and you can't sit there and say that we've been trash or anything, but then, like, to think that the bar has been raised to a level of almost perfection. And it's amazing that now, especially, it could be a 3-horse race, which is going to be amazing. Like, I'm thinking about it. You cannot penetrate Chelsea, and it's very difficult to get beyond their holding 2. So imagine going back into the back 5. So, I mean, you'll be losing to a team that has just had a better season, I guess, in terms of the Premier League. But then, like, I won't be disappointed. I won't be disappointed because it's not like we're playing real good football and we're doing this all without a clinical striker. Like, what more can we ask for? Like, and now most probably Carrick is inspired by Pep Guardiola because he's not starting Ronaldo. He's starting with Bruno in the false nine. Like, everybody wants to be us, and that's a good place to be.
I mean, that's crazy. Like, obviously, United Ronaldo on the bench is good fun. I mean, what can they do? Sack him? You can fucking go for it. If I was him, I'd be doing the sacking defense. I'd just be playing anyone because it's almost a win-win for him, really. No one's going to judge him. He's not going to be the manager anyway. We know that. So, like, go for it, Carrick. And I mean, if they do us a favour today, go on.
I'd appreciate it if they just draw and they both drop points, and just we can make up ways. So, like, I don't know. Or hopefully they'll be like, we don't need whoever Ralph guy is. And they'll be like, Carrick set the wheel. And then just go.
I mean, if they got a draw today, United, that would be huge for us. It really would be, because then all of a sudden we're only 1 point behind, and our fixtures have been, in my opinion, clearly harder than Chelsea so far, given the games we played and all that kind of stuff. I'd be genuinely buzzing, because it'd be a very good month. We would have clawed back an awful lot of points. At one point we looked like we were quite far behind, and then we got back up there again. And I would, especially if United gets them, I'm confident that we'll be ahead of Chelsea in January. Maybe not, but I feel pretty confident. I'm Lemo. It's been a pleasure, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. Looking sick as always, and Gary says it's a little bit warmer there than it is here, almost certainly. But either way, you rock that jacket, man. I'll catch you in a bit, dude. See you later.
Bye.
Top bloke, top blue, and finally we're gonna go to Sinister CD. Hopefully he's there waiting to have a chat. How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm just a bit cold. I need to get the heating on. But I'm sat right
Tell
next
me
to the
that.
radiator. So, but whereabouts are you again? I can't remember.
I was tier 3.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I was quite high up.
Fuck,
yeah.
Jesus, mate. You got icicles on your fingers.
Sheltered but cold.
Sheltered but cold. Well, that sounds like
yeah.
That's Manchester, really, for you, isn't it? That is always
Yeah.
sheltered but always cold. How did you feel at the game today? How was it? What was it? What was the vibe?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Took us a while to get going, didn't it? But I think the conditions were quite tricky. Weirdly, we started playing really well as it got heavier.
Yeah,
so,
I missed the snow in the second half. I feel like we handled it better than they did.
Yeah, it actually reminded me of the Fulham game from a few years ago.
Yes.
Where it was a really heavy snow. And yeah, I thought we played all right, to be honest. I don't think we were as good as Wednesday, but I think it's difficult to be that good, I think both teams were on a bit of a hangover from Europe. So yeah, I think it's quite good. Quite impressed with it, to be honest.
I mean, it's all it needed to be, I guess, isn't it? I mean, if you won the league or the Champions League playing this way, I wouldn't give a shit. Ultimately, I mean, eventually you don't want 20 performances like in a row because it gets a bit boring, even if you win. But once again, every game can't be scintillating. Every game can't be perfect. Who was the standout for you today, individually?
Probably Ilkay, Bernardo. Just the obvious two, really. Rodri again, obviously, fantastic.
It's really good, that trio, isn't it? I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but it is really good. It's fantastic at the moment. What is
it's
it
about where we're going to get Kevin now.
Yeah, well,
putting Kevin back in here is going to be tricky.
Do you think you'll try and force him back in again somewhere?
I mean, he has to. Yeah, it's Kevin De Bruyne, isn't it? But it's about Kevin. Is he going to be sharp when he's back, or is he going to be like the September Kevin that we had, who was a bit sloppy and took a while to get into it,
Personally, and I could be absolutely shooting for nothing here, but I'm sort of hoping actually, because if he's only had mild COVID, which he sounds like he has done, he should be all right, physically. I'm hoping just a little bit of rest might actually benefit him a little bit, a bit of enforced rest, just sat at home 10 days watching fucking Ted Lasso or something like that, just get his feet up, just relaxing. It could be good for him. It could be that, he's getting a rest here. I know he's ill, but, he's not he's obviously not, he's getting no kicks on his legs or anything like that. And it could be it could actually be that it's a bit of an enforced rest that he might have even needed, and it could actually help his body heal a little bit. And obviously, it's fighting a virus.
I mean, that's the thing. We've got through a month now without Foden, Grealish, De Bruyne in most games, haven't we? So
yeah,
we've had some tricky games, and I think we've really done well. So,
do you think we give it up?
I hope so. I'm hoping now we've had the Palace and Southampton games. So hopefully Liverpool and Chelsea will have their versions of that in a few weeks. And then hopefully we can keep this momentum and by January, February, be at least second, if not top.
Who is it for you out of Chelsea and Liverpool that you see lasting the course? Because obviously both do fantastic at the moment. Chelsea obviously out in front at the moment, but it's so close that there's very.
I would say Chelsea just because they've got the extra depth. I think
fair.
Defensively they're a bit better, but Liverpool are obviously very good. But I think the win that we got at Stamford Bridge and the draw at Anfield is big, and hopefully if we beat them both at home, we should have the title wrapped up.
I agree with that, actually. I think it's something where we'll probably look back at one game and go, that was really important. Obviously, if we beat them, that will be massive in January. Liverpool, of course, as well. Like Liverpool have got the experience, I guess. They've been there, that's the one thing. Obviously, Chelsea, they've got winners in that side as well. But in terms of actual, seeing a title out with a squad that's currently there, Liverpool have that. But you're right, the depth. I feel like there's got to be some big twists, isn't there? I don't know which way it's going to go, but I've got a big twist in my head somewhere, and it could be like a key player be injured or something like that. But I guess that's where Chelsea and us are kind of lucky that way, I guess, aren't we?
I mean, I'm seeing people comment now actually say that Chelsea are not that good, but it's not about them being like ruthless and winning 6-0 every game. It's about them being consistent, and they are really consistent, aren't they? And I think that's why they'll be there.
They're still, the thing is, even if they're not that good, they're still better than everyone else in the Premier League, other than maybe us in Liverpool. So you don't have to be. I mean, they can bore themselves to a title quite easily. And they're so fucking organised and so physically impressive as well that it's kind of annoying, isn't it? They feel relentless at the moment.
They're hard to play against as well. That's the annoying thing with the back five. It's very tricky to play against.
That 1-0 victory for us, then, that could be absolutely crucial, couldn't it? That'd be
It's either that or the fact we came from 2-1 down at Anfield to get a draw there. Those two are going to be huge results.
I'm confident. I'm quietly confident. The only thing I would say is we fear them, but we forget they probably fear us more. In general, and Chelsea maybe might feel that they don't have to, but ultimately I think both managers will know that if City get going, they'll struggle to. They'll probably go, oh God, here we go again, that kind of thing, because we are still the team people to aim at. I know Chelsea European champions, but in the Premier League, this has been our ground now. It's been our turf, hasn't it, the Premier League for a while now. So it's going to be interesting, mate. It's going to be interesting. Who are you expecting to come back in? If Grealish and Foden are fit midweek, are you expecting either to come back into the lineup?
I think for circumstance reasons, I don't think Grealish will, unless it's off the bench.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah. I don't know what reception he's going to get, but I can imagine it's going to be quite bad.
A lovely friendly welcome, I'm sure.
Yeah, Sterling was a funny one because I do think he's been playing really well. But it was a bit off it, but again, difficult situation. So I'd say Foden if he's back, and then Jesus and Mahrez, I think.
Yeah. No worries, mate. I'll leave it there, mate.
I'm not your servant.
I'll catch you in a bit, mate. Okay, I'll let you go. Go get your tea.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No worries, man. See you in a bit. I'm starving.
Cheers.
Catch you in a bit. Bye bye.
Yeah, see you in a bit, man.
See you later. Guys, thank you for joining for the Fan Review Live. It's been a good laugh. You're all excellent. Don't forget as well, you can go watch my match reaction if you want to as well. For now, though, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you don't mind. I'm getting closer to 60k. It's been wonderful. City are brilliant. Hopefully United does us a favour. If not, though, enjoy your weekend anyway. In a bit. Bye-bye.